How about them Pirates, baby? That's what I got to say. And we're going to host a super regional campus for the first time. So I'm pretty fired up, and yes, I'm going to enjoy it today. I'm just proud of our guys. I know that Pirate Nation probably thought the winning streak was over, and I know what was being said because I've had my teammates say, hey, it's, if you win 23 in a row, you're going to, and it wasn't meant to be. I thought we were, a little bit lackadaisical yesterday just in our preparation, and it came back and bit us, but we were in the winner's bracket game, so we had today. And Carter Spivey was outstanding. They're really good offensively, and our hitters were outstanding. Up and down the lineup, just grinding at bats, just getting to the next guy. Of course, Bryson had a big day, but a lot of guys up and down the lineup just continued to put together tough quality at bats, and we kept adding on. And Ben Terwilliger was awesome. Just thought it was a great team win, which that's been the MO of this team, and I'm so proud of our guys and so proud of our home fans because we needed the fans today, and our guys kept the fans engaged, unlike yesterday. So great day to be a Pirate.
Questions for the players?
Carter, setting the tone today, how important was that for you, pitching the top of the first and just kind of bringing that mindset to your two teammates that this was going to be maybe a different day than yesterday?
Yeah, that's kind of my whole thought process was get the boys in the dugout so we can start swinging it and get the fans engaged, make Clark LeClaire the loudest place on earth.
Carter, when you were on the mound, just sometimes the guys would step out of the box, but you were just standing there staring at the catcher. What kind of focus level did you tap into today?
Nothing different than any other day. Just trying to be aggressive, push the pace, make the hitters uncomfortable. I didn't want them waiting on me. I was up there, so.
What was working for you? Just you seemed really kind of have command of the cutter and a little bit of everything today.
I honestly don't really know. I just attacking the strike zone. That's kind of my whole thought process when I'm up there is attack the strike zone, be on the attack, and have a great defense behind me. It makes my life a whole lot easier.
What was that feeling like coming off the mound? You're pretty amped up in the fifth, coming out the fifth.
I just know gave up the 2-run homer in the fourth, and it came back out 3 up, 3 down, a couple Ks. I was pretty fired up, trying to get the fans back engaged, get momentum back on our side. And then, you saw the rest of the game. We just kept adding on.
Well, Bryson, opening thoughts on being named regional MVP?
No, I couldn't do it without all my teammates and coaches. It was a complete team win today. Every win we had really was a complete team win. And just really proud of the guys that we bounced back from yesterday. Obviously, we didn't have our best day yesterday. But the way we showed up to the park today with our focus, it was awesome to see.
So you guys hit the ball really well today. I guess you do play some 1 o'clock games on Sundays usually, but you're kind of used to that, at least coming off a Saturday mid-afternoon game. A little less time to get in there, get BP. How is it? Is it a little tougher to get the bats going when you've had such a short turnaround?
No, I don't think so. It's pretty much like a regular, like you said, a regular Sunday game. So we got up there, took BP this morning. So it felt like honestly, I told a few players it felt like it was Sunday, honestly. So we went out there and yeah, that was pretty good.
Bryson, 3-0, green light, and got it. Well, take us through that at bat.
Honestly, I thought I was gonna get taken, coach. But he looked out and gave me the green light, and I was trying to keep it simple, work through the middle of the field, not trying to do too much, and he left the fastball to the middle of the plate and put a decent swing on it.
Your triple kind of got the scoring started. How important was it just to maybe score early, calm the nerves, get the dugout real fired up early?
Yeah, that was huge. Yesterday you saw their pitcher did a great job flooding the zone and not letting it score, and that was kind of our message today was jump on them early, score early, and they got a lot of momentum in our dugout and got the crowd to the game.
You mentioned jumping on them early. You had a couple of great diving catches early on in the game. How important was it for you defensively to kind of take the wind out of their sails when they thought they had a hit?
Yeah, it's huge. Got credit to Spivey too. He's flooding the zone. He makes it really easy for the defense to play behind them. And yeah, it's good for momentum for our team when you got the crowd in the game like that when on a diving play.
How does it feel to get the chance to host the first super regional here at ECU?
It's hard to put into words, honestly. I really can't put it into words. It's awesome. It's a great feeling. Like Coach said, we've hosted one super here, but it was hosted in Kinston, and being able to host a regional or a super regional here in Clark LeClaire, it's an amazing feeling.
Carter, same question to you, man.
We work all year for it, and it's kind of like like a reward, but we're not done yet. We know we got a good team coming here this weekend, and we got to take care of business.
You guys didn't dogpile after this regional. Was that discussed? Is it because you guys feel like you do have more work to do?
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of mentioned before, hey, we have more work to do. Like, yeah, winning a regional is great. It's a testament how good of a team we are, but we got bigger goals and bigger aspirations for the rest of the season.
One more question for the
And
players.
that didn't come from Coach Godwin, just like the conference tournament. Those guys, those leaders have made that decision, and the reason we are where we are is not because of, to be honest with you, the coaches, it's because of our leadership within our team and the guys managing the younger guys and making sure that they're understanding what our expectations are, and that's why we are where we are today.
One more for the players. All right, we're good. Yeah. Thank you.
Going with Carter today, I mean, you seem pretty confident. I guess you kind of knew post game yesterday you were going with him, but just how quickly did you know, and did you know you'd be a guy that could set the tone in a game like this?
Obviously I had an early exit yesterday, which was planned, and so Chad Tracy and Garrett Blackwell were in my office, and Blake came in there and said, hey, tell Spivey to come here. And Spivey walked through the whole facility with his cleats on, which wasn't ideal, but he walked in, and I was going to tell him he was going to start, and he says, hey, Coach, I want the ball tomorrow. I said, well, that's why I was bringing you in here, so you got the ball tomorrow. And I said, hey, just go as long as you can, as hard as you can. And he was the key. He was the key to set the tone. And offensively, I can't reiterate, Van Scooter is really good. Watch video, how he pitched UVA in his last start in the conference tournament. Our guys had a really good approach, and they just made him work. And the other thing we wanted to do was put pressure on him. We haven't, done hit and runs and just some stuff like that this weekend. I said, hey, look, if we're going to go down, we're going to put some pressure on them, and we put a lot of pressure on them, and execute a few hit and runs that we were able to score some runs early.
Coach, you've seen Texas before, if I'm not mistaken. When you were at Ole Miss, the Rebels played the Longhorns. Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
But you obviously know about the program. Nevertheless, you got a program that's coming here. It's done amazing things. Just talk about having a program like that, being here. You guys get to host and playing a caliber like that.
Yeah, it's a great storied program. Coach Pierce actually was the head coach at Tulane for a couple years when I was the head coach here. He's a great coach. His staff does a great job. They got really good players. But as I told them after last night's game is we don't play the opposing team. We play ourselves and the way we show up. And we just need to play our brand of baseball and get Pirate Nation. We got the home field advantage for the first time in the Super Regional since I was a senior back in '01. And like Bryson and Spivey said, we had to host that one in Kinston, which we had a great crowd. But I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty electric to have a Super Regional here at Clark LeClaire. So we're fired up about that.
He had his struggles the first 3 years. He was up and down. And, he chose to stick it out. And just how far he's come in that time. Just, how proud are you of him?
Well, and you guys don't see behind the scenes, but, I told Bryson, and there's actually been some tweets on social media when, he decided to make the decision to come back. He could have signed as a free agent and signed for $20,000. And I called him up, and it was actually during the Keith LeClaire Classic, and I said, hey man, I don't think you should sign for $20,000. Like, you could come back and we could do something special. And he says, well, Coach, I don't want to sign. I said, well, then let's come back and do something special. And no, you don't know how it's going to work out, but the guy came back. He's the most outstanding player of a regional, and we have an opportunity to host a Super Regional. Carter Spivey told me after last year, he said, hey Coach, I don't know anything but East Carolina. I want to be here. I want to figure it out. And I said, well, come back and let's figure it out. And those players that go through adversity and keep grinding, and that's life, man. Like, people don't see that stuff. Everybody thinks that Carter Spivey just all of a sudden just emerged. No, he had 3 years of struggle, and then he had been doing things the right way. And hard work guarantees you success. It just doesn't guarantee you success tomorrow or a year or even 2 years from now. But if you keep doing it, it guarantees you good things. And I'm just so happy for all those guys and all the seniors. Cooch and Bryson and Ben Newton and Logan. It's special for those guys.
2 more questions.
Coach, not to take anything away from your pitching, but all season this outfield has been stellar out there making plays. We saw it again today. Where do you think this outfield has kind of ranked as your time as a manager here at ECU?
Yeah, it's definitely probably number one. But if you'd seen us in the fall, I was like, God, we got more speed than we've ever had in the outfield. Packard will laugh about this, and Burley, because Burley would like time it up and then dive to make it look cool. Packard is not fast, but we've always had kind of like one guy that's more of an offensive guy, and you know, JC is super athletic to be 6'6". I mean, you guys have seen those plays, but they really took pride in Hoove. You know, told me in the fall, he says, "Hey, Coach, I take it personal when you say our outfield defense isn't good, and you know we're going to get better." And Hoove and our coaching staff, Coach Bortles, and others have really just worked at it, man. You know, and got better. And Hoove and Bryson lead the way, and then JC is, you know, fell along the same mold and loves making diving catches. So it's pretty awesome to watch.
One more.
Coach, just touch on preparing for Super Regional. How different is that from preparing for Regional, or is it all the same?
I'm going to enjoy today, but it's all the same. Hey, we're going to prepare just like we did 2 months ago. All right, same thing. Hitters would do the same thing when you guys thought we were bad. So we're going to enjoy it. We'll lift some weights tomorrow, and then they're going to come over to my house, and we're going to have some food and let them jump in the pool. So we'll have a good time tomorrow. And then we'll get to work on Wednesday and Thursday. And I guess, I don't know when we'll play, but whenever they tell us to play, we'll be ready to play.